Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In this series, we're going to be taking on what has come to be known as the Masochist Challenge. In this challenge, we have to build a deck based on cards that we pull from the Master Pack. Every time we win a duel, we will be able to purchase one of these packs to see what cards we get to possibly add to our deck. We will also be able to pull from the Legacy Pack. Anytime we collect a Legacy ticket, we'll be able to pull from this pack as well. Unfortunately, we will not be able to buy structure decks to help us or pull from secret packs that are unlocked when you pull certain ultra rare and secret rare cards. We will not be able to do this. All credit for this challenge is going to go to the YouTuber Simo, who came up with this idea. The whole point was to build a deck with random cards and see how far you can climb the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And with all of this out of the way, let's get into it. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Masochist Challenge. Before we jump into the duels today, guys, I have a couple things I want to go over with you. First and foremost, a change to the deck is I had a commenter, shout out to Eric B for commenting this, and this is a great idea. We went from having our two summonable extra deck monsters in our extra deck to we now are filling out our extra deck as much as we can because it could potentially be a scare tactic to an opponent who's like, oh, they have a lot of extra deck monsters. Maybe I'm running a deck that's, maybe our opponent's not running a deck that's not that great and doesn't want to have to deal with somebody who could potentially be running some insane deck that has a bunch of extra deck monsters. So we put in as many as we can, and hopefully this will count as like a potential scare tactic against our opponents who doesn't actually know what we're running. Because if they knew what we were running, they were like, whatever, not a threat. But this could potentially work out to get us some free wins. Another thing is that the Masochist Challenge that I follow on YouTube had a great idea when it came to another scare tactic, which was fill out um, your your visuals, like the back of your card sleeves here, with things that could be a scare tactic. I went ahead and purchased some things that I know that um, definitely would get to me because I don't like having to run across Labyrinth players. So I'm making my deck look like, oh, we could potentially be playing, or our opponent could potentially be playing against a Labyrinth deck, and they don't want to do that, so they scoop, and now we get another free win. So easy little scare tactics. I mean, these things, of course, cost gems, but we have so many gems that we would really never really going to run out for this series, especially at the rate that we had. I had like over 5,000 gems at the start of this, and now we're still above 4,000. I went ahead and purchased Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring as our dual mate, just so we have something other than the normal bunny. The bunny is kind of a dead giveaway, like, oh, this is a new player, easy, fodder. But no, we're gonna do this, update that, and then I also picked the Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle icon. Um, all these things are visual for our opponent to see and potentially be like, oh, they like Labyrinth. I don't want to deal with that. Let's get out of here. And we just get another free win. So those are some scare tactics that we're adding to the deck. Um, and then another thing is I want to implement some new rules. One that we're absolutely going to implement, and then a couple of them that I want to pick your guys' brains about before I go ahead and implement them. If we go to edit deck here, I want to enter in the Royal Rare Finish clause that anytime, for all those of you that don't know what a Royal Finish is, if you can see this card right here, Obelisk the Tormentor that we got from the 25th anniversary event that's going on right now, that we can't play because we didn't legitimately draw this. Um, you can see this like really cool crystalline finish that's shimmering across the card. This is what a royal rare card looks like. If we ever pull a royal rare finish card and it is linked to a secret rare pack, we will be able to pull one pack from that secret rare pack and add it to our collection of cards that we can use. Just one. If it is a card that is not linked to a secret pack, we will be able to pull one more master pack immediately. These are kind of going to be like celebratory pulls, right? But like one pull from a secret rare pack that's linked to the card is not going to detrimentally change our deck to something so phenomenal that it's like, oh, we shouldn't have pulled from this. Like it might give us a card or two that'll be slightly beneficial or potentially synchronize with whatever royal finish card that we have pulled, but that's really not going to ultimately break our deck to the point where it's like just like we shouldn't have done it. Like, and it's only going to be a one-time pull for that one specific secret royal finish card. So the likeliness of us pulling a card like this is so low to begin with, and that's why it probably really won't come into play, and it's not going to really change. Like, if we started pulling like a bunch of them, like, okay, then our deck is going to change a bit, but it's still going to be a bunch of random, you know, strategies going into the deck that it's not going to still be like a huge cohesive deck that we're going to have to worry about, like, we just broke our deck or whatever. So, Royal Rare Finish card clause is going into the challenge. It's something else that I noticed somebody else had pointed out for their challenge, and I was like, that's that's fair. Like that's like a cool like celebratory kind of thing. And then the other couple things I want to go over. One, right now the Dual Cup event is going on. I want to know if you guys think we should run this. Obviously, a lot of this is rewards or just gems that we, don't really technically need, but they also come with these dual cup tickets. They're kind of like legacy pack tickets. It'd be kind of like pulling like that, maybe. And I was thinking if you want to include these events that pop up from time to time to gather the resources, especially when it comes to like an event that is linked to tickets, if we should do them, leave it in the comment if you think we should include them. Another thing here is, excuse me, um, the secret packs that are available to us for free. I'm thinking that we should implement being able to utilize these. We would still have to win a duel and then come back here and replace our master pack pull to utilize these one-time free pulls instead. I think we should do that because again, we're still sitting in the same boat as like pulling one pack from these secret packs this way is not going to break or change our deck so drastically that it's going to really make too much of a difference. I would just really hate to waste the opportunity um, to pull a free pack that's, they're like, here, have a free pack. It's a free resource that the company is allowing us to get. Um, and I think we should implement a rule that if we win a duel and a pack like this is available to us, we should be able to at least swap out the master pack for the one-time free pull for whatever is going on here. Especially like especially in the case of like this one, the one who serves raw. This is part of the ongoing 25th anniversary event. So I do believe at the very least we should be able to pull this one. Again, leave it in the comments below what you guys think to this rule. Um, we have 30 days to really discuss if we want to utilize this rule still with at least these 4 packs. So it's not a big time rush right now, but please leave your thoughts in the comments below. But other than that, guys, uh, let's go and get into some duels. All right, here's our first duel. Our opponent won the coin toss and picked to go first for himself, so we are stuck going second, which is fine. We don't have the greatest hand. I mean, back to square one is actually kind of cool to see in our opening hand, but if he's not playing anything for us to really target, then It's not good for us. All right, let's see what we get. Power Breaker. All right, that's good. We can deal with that. We are going to, we're just going to summon him. We're going to swing for 19. He's going to go to defense mode, which is fine. We are going to set some back row to hopefully scare our opponent. There we go. And pass it back to him. We'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, if you guys are returning to watch the series and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It's going to help out the channel tremendously. And if you guys have any ideas, leave them in the comments. I read comments and make sure to try to see if any ideas are like, yeah, we should do that. I definitely am interested in implementing ideas into the challenge. Or any thoughts on what we should do with our deck, that, you know, swap out this card for that card or whatever. What the heck is this dude playing? What is that? Some thunder monster? This card can attack directly. This card inflicts damage to your opponent by a direct attack. Target one face-up monster on the field. Banish it until the end phase of this turn. Okay, that's interesting. What is this? Gain life points. Let's not let him gain life points right now. What? What happened? Okay, its effects are negated. Okay. Cool. That's gone. It's fine. It's all right. What is this? Well, we definitely don't want to crash that. Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah, sure. Go for it. We're gonna bring this right back out. Draw phase. See what we get. All right, battling boxer. All right, let's go. We're just gonna summon him right out. Oh, I see. Change all phase. Okay, okay. I gotcha. That's fine. We're just gonna improvise here. We're gonna go straight into our ship. We're gonna activate this. We will dump this card. We will target this and get that out of the way. Has been sent to activate a card. What does this do? If your opponent takes damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, sure, why not? Possibly set up our play for next hand. If we draw our Dark Lord next turn, this will be really good to have on the field. What is this? Thunder Dragons, 100 Thunders. Okay, interesting. What is this doing? All right, fine. We'll even put it up face up attack. Oh, can't do that because it's a level 4. Whatever. That's fine. We can't apparently battle right now for whatever reason. Maybe I can't battle with this if I activate its effect. Cannot attack the turn. Okay, yeah, sure. I forgot about that. Yep, that's fine. I mean, he can't put his own card into attack position and attack us directly, so I'm kind of curious to see what his next play is here. Sure. Just stop him from doing whatever it is what he was about to do. That was that was good. You're getting blocked by your own card, dude. Think about it. Really good. This could potentially come in handy later if he gets ahead of us. I don't see him getting ahead of us. All right, we're gonna back to square one. Actually, we're not even gonna worry about that. We're gonna pop that off his field. Then we're gonna go into battle, and we will hit him for 21, leaving him with 3,000 left. And we'll see if he's got a response on this turn, or maybe he'll even decide to surrender and pack it up. Either way, we're in a pretty good position here. I'm so glad we've pulled this. This is a really good synchro card for us to have in our deck. It's playing something in the back. Who knows what it could be? Ah, that's actually perfect because level 4 or higher monsters. This is level 3. We just won as long as this isn't like a mirror force or something. That's not going to help you, bud. Unless you're setting down some trap that you can. I don't think you would be able to activate it. You wouldn't be able to activate it right now unless it's a spell card. It could be a spell card. No. It has to be a trap. No, spell or trap. Yeah. It could be some sort of weird spell or something that he can activate, but we'll see. We'll find out. Nope, it's over. Game 1, win 1. Look at that. We are off to a great start today. Let's go and pull us a master pack and see what else we get. All right, going from silver 4 to bronze 4 to bronze 3. Get the 100 gems for the level up. We've got 3 legacy tickets right there, and we got our practical exam done, so we can do more of those, or continue on with that at least. Let's open our master pack. Here we go. See what we get. First card. Ooh, Exploder Dragonwing. 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner dragon type monsters. Okay, level 7. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster, you can destroy that monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack the destroyed monster had on the field. This card's attack must be greater than or equal to the attack of that monster to activate and resolve this effect. Okay, so let's see, our 1 dragon card that we're running in our deck is level 4. We have a level 2 one or more non-tuner dragon monsters. You know what? I was thinking about that vanilla dragon that we had that I said we wouldn't use, and I think that thing's level is too high for us to actually implement our level 1 tuners with our level 4 and that. I think that thing's level is level 3 maybe, but we can check all that. This would be really cool if we can implement that. It's definitely going to go into the extra deck to fill out our last slot for our extra deck monster zone from 14 to 15 as part of our scare tactic idea. So this is going in either way right now. Hopefully we could utilize it. That'd be great. X-Saber, Palomoro, or however you say that. When another Saber monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to special summon this card from the graveyard. It is a level 1 tuner, which is nice. The effects, absolutely. I don't think we have another Saber card. We might have one, but if we run this, it's just because it's a level 1 tuner. What do we have here? Another zombie, another sword master, Shinuar, whatever this word is, card. We have a couple of those. If this card is in your graveyard and you control 2 or more of these monsters with different names, you can special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is banished, you can target 1 zombie monster you control. It gains 600 attack until the end turn, and you can only use this effect once per turn. we have like a bit of a zombie thing going on. Like it's a very small thing. Like if we get more of these cards, we might switch. Of course, Jam Breeding Machine. We're more than likely not going to play this because it locks us out of. It literally just locks us out of summoning things. Once per turn during the standby, special summon one slime token in attack position. You cannot summon any monsters except slime tokens, but you can set. Like, yeah, no, we're not gonna. No, that's stupid. That would be terrible for us. What is this? Kashtira Preparations. Wow. During either player's turn, you can special summon one of your Kashtira monsters that is banished or in your hand. If your opponent activates a trap card or effect, you control a Kashtira monster, and this card is already face up in your spell and trap zone. You can look at your opponent's hand, and if you do, banish one card from it face down. You can only use the effects of Kashtira Preparations once per turn. If we pull a Kashtira monster and we can utilize this, we absolutely will. It's pretty good. I'm not even gonna attempt to say that name. Uh, Level 8 Reptile, 2000 attack. If this card is in your graveyard, you contribute one monster, special summon this card, then your opponent can add one monster from their graveyard to their hand. If this card is special summon, you can target two of your banished monsters, including a reptile monster. So it has to at least include one reptile monster, is what I'm assuming that means. Return them to the graveyard. You can only activate this once per turn. We've been actually kind of gathering a couple reptiles. So we kind of have like a small reptile engine going on here. The problem is getting this into the graveyard to activate this effect. I mean, we do have a few cards in our deck that it's like, okay, discard a card to activate the effect kind of thing, but having maybe. This is a maybe. If we start running a more reptile-based deck, we will. DDs. Okay, this is a pendulum. We don't have DD cards, so this isn't gonna come up right now. And lastly, obstructed babble field spell. You can activate obstructed babble in your. Oh wait, you can activate the effects of Orcus monsters in your graveyard or of link monsters you control with Orcus in their original name as quick effects during your main phase. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, add this to your hand. We don't have any of these cards, so that's not going to be applicable. All right, and we also have some legacy tickets that we can pull, so we're going to use the 6 that we have. Been kind of stockpiling these because I honestly don't like pulling 2 cards at the same time, like at a time, so I feel like just gathering up a couple of these packs before opening them is what we're going to do. Let's see what we get out of this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Hyper Hammerhead. This is going right into our deck. At the end of the damage step, if an opponent's monster that battled this card is not destroyed, return that opponent's monster to the hand. This is just a really good way to out an opponent's monster. Yep. At the end of the damage step. Yep. This is going immediately into our deck. Very helpful. What's this? Ooh. Symbol of Heritage. Equip spell. Activate only while there are 3 monster cards with the same name in your graveyard. So that's not going to happen. Select one of those monsters, special summon it, and equip it with this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy that equipped monster. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to really come into play anytime soon, if ever at all. So moving on. Next pack. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Element Soldier. I remember this card. I used to have this in real life. This monster gets the following effect while there is a monster with the following attributes on the field. Water, control this card cannot switch. Earth, negate the effect of an effect monster that this card destroys by battle. That is like the most useful thing, but at the same time, I mean this is a fiend monster. Yeah, this unfortunately probably isn't going to come into effect. Trap Reactor YFY. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a trap card, you can destroy the trap card and inflict 800 damage to your opponent once per turn. It's a level 4. You set it in defense position. It's kind of like a weird way to burn our enemy. I don't think we're going to play that. It being level 4 is nice. Let's see what we get here. Sword of... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Equipped only to a spirit monster. We have one spirit monster in the deck. During battle, when it attacks a defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack of the equipped monster, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent. So it's just a way to do piercing damage. We're not going to play that. Ooh, why Dragon Head? Really cool that we got like a shine to this, like a finish to it. Very old school, classic Kaiba card. Nah, probably not going to play this. What is it? It is a machine, so yeah, no. Let's see what we got here. Okay, number 49. 2 level 3 monsters. Neither player can target this card on the field with card effects. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Instead, once per turn during the standby phase, gain 500 life points. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target 2 level 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them both in the deck, and if you do, return this card from the graveyard to the extra deck. And you can only use this effect once per turn. This is an interesting way to recycle cards, at least. I don't think we're playing that many level 3s, and this effect isn't really all that great for us. Ooh. Super Rejuvenation. During the end phase of the turn this card was activated, draw a number of cards equal to the combined number of dragon monsters you discarded or tributed from your hand or field this turn. We don't have enough dragons to even utilize this effect, and it's really not all that great to begin with. Let's see what we get out of this pack. Double attack. Discard 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Select 1 monster on your side of the field with a lower level than the discarded monster. Then select 1 monster you can attack twice this turn. Funny enough, that reptile that we drew, this could be used for discarding that card, hitting with the smaller monster twice, and then tributing that to special summon the big guy out of the graveyard again. Could work if we ever run that strategy. This is definitely a card we should put into the deck for that. And then Faithbird, yeah. Okay, level 4, vanilla 1500. Old school, very, very classic old school card. Not going to be using that. Unless we start playing a Wing Beast deck that requires us to need it. Yes, Reese the Ice Mistress. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with level 4 or higher monsters. This could be a really good way to stall our enemy, and it's a tuner. So we actually might put this into our deck. Good chance of putting that into our deck. And Light Ray Gearfried. Yes. Cannot be normal, special, or normal summoned or set. Must be specialed from your hand by having 5 or more light monsters with different names in your graveyard, and it cannot be special summoned by other ways. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can banish 1 warrior type monster from your graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. All face-up monsters you control must be warrior type monsters to activate and resolve this effect. If we ever play a warrior deck that's based around light, this would be like a good boss monster for us. But that's all that out of the way. The takeaways from this right now, Hyper Hammerhead going into the deck, and this Reese the Ice Mistress is probably going into our deck. It's a good way to stall, and this is just a good way to pop our opponent's card. Apart from that, I don't really think we're using any of these other cards right now. So let's move on and let's go edit our deck. Alright, so here is the edited deck that we got going on. We did add in, of course, the Hyper Hammerhead, and I did add in the Ice Mistress here. Um, it'll go good with level 4s and synchroing with level 4s to get out our level 6 monster here. I was almost considering editing this out, not so much this, but maybe like taking this card out, because this strat with the tuners haven't really come up all that much. But I decided to keep it in for now, just in case. We are still running our 2 level 1 tuners here. I was thinking about adding this one in as a third, um, but I really don't have a really great card to replace this with. Like everything else we got going for us, we have our cards that pop cards that we need. We have our fairy strategy, which is still our strongest like theme strategy to go with for our end game. I was considering taking this out because this is just a really dangerous way to pop an enemy's card off the board, but it is still a way to pop off a card from our enemy's board. So I was kind of thinking maybe replacing that, but in all honesty, I don't think we need too many level 1 tuners to pair with our 2 level 5s that we can freely summon on the board. So I'm just keeping it at 2. We have our 2 level 2 tuners here to go with our level 4s. We have 3 level 3s, or yeah, we have our Yomi ship. We have, this and this. Like, this is for our fairy strat. Yomi ship we need on board to pop our opponents. So I am not going to be putting in that XYZ monster that required 2 level 3s. So it's just, we're not going to do that. This thing right here, we're not using this. And of course, we did put in this for our extra deck. Unfortunately, we are not going to be able to summon this, just because we don't have dragons that are of the proper level to summon this out. This was level 3 as expected, and the only other non-dragon tuner that we have available to us to use is, where the heck is it? It's the one that we have right here. For some reason, it's not popping up because this engine is searching for dragon by name, and it's not dragon in name. Yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, we can't actually summon this out yet. Someday I would very much like to be able to utilize this card. This is a great way to potentially pop some enemies cards. So uh, yeah, apart from that, not too many changes. It's just the 2 cards going into the deck. The cards that I removed from the deck, we got rid of our vanilla beat stick strategy that used to be up here in this corner with the 1 pendulum monster and the 1 the great white. We no longer have that as part of our strategy. Just it's not going to come up as much as the needed necessity of our Hyper Hammerhead, which is a 1 card combo, and the tuner here. So small edits. That's all we got. Let's check our proficiency test here, just so we can get the practical exam going. I'm not even going to worry about the academic exam yet. Let's just see what our conditions here. Tribute summon a monster. That's all we have to do in order to do this. We'll worry about this next episode. So let's go jump into that duel. And here we go. We win the coin toss. We are, of course, going to pick to go first. All right. We have Dark Lord in our hand. That's good. We have the Shallow Grave, which could come in handy. I think for our first move, we're just going to drop this card in and pass turn. I have been considering taking this card out, but again, it's a potential way to pop our opponent's card off the field, and I don't really want to start getting rid of the accumulated cards that we've been able to get. They're very few. I mean, we have a couple different ways of popping our opponent's card at this point, but having multiple ways of doing it is still better than just adding in some other random card right now. So Okay, 1 card down, 2 cards down. What is this dude playing? He has 5 cards in his extra deck. Maybe he's playing like a structure deck, which would be really good for us. If he's playing Masochist, that'd be really good for us. Curry Bandit. Okay. I know this is more than just Blue Eyes. This is Dark Magician as well. He could play, I don't know. We'll see what he does. It'd be really stupid for you to attack with a creature with 1000 attack, dude. Okay, there you go. During the end phase of this card with normal summon, you can tribute this card, activate the top 5 cards of your deck. Alright, I guess we're going to see what he's got going on. Looks like he's playing a Dark Magician's kind of deck here. I saw, what was that, Kiwi Magician or something like that in there. He's playing some sort of Dark Magician deck, that's all I know. It doesn't look like it's probably going to be the greatest thing. Splashing and Kiwi Magician Girls and stuff are, I mean, those cards are only halfway decent, but they're kind of not at all, so. And only 5 cards in his extra deck. He's probably just playing some very scrapped together Magician deck right now, which is good for us. If he's not playing pure Dark Magician, I'm fine with that. Back to square one. That is not completely helpful for us. This is a Fiend, so we can't get our big guy on the board yet, but we will summon our Knight here. See if he's got any response. Doesn't look like it. Oh, nope, there it is. Lovely. Oh, he's just pulling that out. Is he special summoning a Dark Magician? I don't think so. He is activating this. You can special. Okay, all right. Very good on him. Very good on him. That's okay. We're gonna dump this, and we're gonna pop that. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot this is protecting him because this thing is Dark Magician on the field. I forgot about that. That's my bad. Complete misplay on that part. Not good for us because us misplaying is very detrimental to our success. I'm really curious to know what he's gonna summon off of this Magicalized Fusion. I mean, he's dumping. Okay, he's gonna banish both of those. Probably gonna summon the Dark Magicians out. Yep, the Dark Magicians. This is Dark Magician on the field. Unaffected by your opponent's card effects. Yeah, straight up. Yeah, I'm just gonna pack it up here. That misplay really hurt us. So, all right, we won our coin toss going first. All right, not a bad hand. Yomi ship on board. We have this. We're gonna set this here. We are going to set our Yomi ship first because it's a guaranteed out unless, the card he brings on board is unaffected by card effects, which would be really bad for us. What has he got? Some warrior? Wow, look at you. Say goodbye to your warrior. All right, and we're down to a nice clear board state. We have this is good. I mean, this mystery card that he just set could be anything. Oh, perfect, perfect right here. Let's bring this guy on board, and we're gonna just go into battle. We're gonna swing for 19. He'll go into defense mode. That's fine. Main 2, and this is fine because this is gonna bait him out to attacking with any attack powered monster. It could be pretty low when he could out our monster, and then he'll have a monster on board. We'll be able to summon out our Cyber Dragon, swing over him as long as it's nothing that's higher than 2100. Depending on the difference, it could be really good for us. We could possibly inflict a good chunk of life points. That's good enough for me. That's 300 right there. This is going to activate. don't really know what it did. Target one face-up card. Destroy if it's, okay, yeah, unfortunately. But that's okay. That's fine. We will get to special summon this. We will also summon out our dragon here, and then we'll just start swinging for some damage, which is really good. Really get us ahead of our opponent here with life point difference. Main 2, yeah, there's nothing else we're going to do on main 2, so we'll just end. We have a pretty good board state right now, not going to lie. At least good for us. It's been a while since we've been able to summon out our Cyber Dragon, but it was good that the plan worked perfectly here for us. We got to out his card and do even more damage with our dragon here. So, let's see what he does next. All right, he's got this. Enemy controller. Okay, not good. Not good. He's gonna take our Cyber Dragon. I mean, whatever. He gets it for one turn. Unless he has a way to out it on his main phase 2 when summon something of his. Nope, end phase. Okay, cool. Bring me back my dragon, please. Thank you. Draw. Turn to flames. Okay, whatever. We could go for 3,100, or we could set this and not expose what it is. But you know what? We are just gonna summon it, and we're just gonna swing for damage, but we're trying to win here. And this is gonna put him at 1,100, so it's like he can either out this and then get hit by our dragon and potentially lose, depending. Especially if we draw another monster that we can summon. Like, we're putting him in a really, really tough decision to. I mean, even if he destroys this, it has a chance to destroy his card, and then we just swing for game. So we're in a very good state right now. I mean, I don't know what he's running, so he could have something that just comes back out of the blue and knocks us out here, but I highly doubt it at this point. We're gonna check his deck. Okay, he scooped. Yep, and there's our win. Excellent. Let's go to match history. I just want to confirm his deck. What the heck was he running? Zombies, warriors. It looks like he's actually potentially. It looks like he's actually playing a Masochist challenge deck. I don't see why any of this is in here, especially like this is a dead giveaway. This is for the Sacred Beasts archetype, and he doesn't have anything like that in his deck. He was playing a Masochist challenge just like us. So that's cool. Kudos to him. Welcome to the Masochist challenge, bud. You lost, but that's how it goes sometimes. Alright guys, I'm going to leave the opening of our master pack for the very beginning of next episode so we can stay hyped to see what we get out of that going into the new episode. Think about the rule changes that I'm proposing that we apply to our Masochist challenge to make it a little bit more interesting. If you guys like the Masochist challenge, you like Yu-Gi-Oh content, you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Stay tuned because more is on the way, of course. If you guys liked the video, please leave a like. I really thought this episode went well, especially with the battling the other Masochist player. That was really cool to see. But anyway, guys, until next time, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm ProtoPawn. Peace.